by building, and you could do it anyway from being involved in OWASP, like, I mean, you know, Tom Brennan here in New York City. I mean, he's Mr. OWASP. I mean, you know that, and you just get it, right? I mean, you just get it that, you know, he's passionate about it, he's there with it, and you know what? By that, he's, you know, if you thought about web application security in New York, probably the first person you'd think about would be Tom. You probably would. At least in my business, you would. But the understanding is this, is that you build brand by the things that you do, things that happen internally in your company. If you're the person who's always on time for meetings, if you're the person who always gets things done in a deadline, if you're a person who just, you know, is always there, or if on the convex is that if you're the one that's always late, if you're the one that always is not pulling their weight on projects and assignments and stuff like that. Your brand can be developed in positive and negative ways. But you have to think about your branding is the thing that will eventually differentiate you from others. And it could be things, they don't have to be publicly facing things. They could be things that are done quietly amongst peer groups. Everybody has the opportunity to do this in the information age. It just becomes a question on how you pull it together. And thinking about what your brand is, think about that, you know, your brand is really, you know, a way to support your short and long-term career goals. If not, you have to adapt or change your brand, or you have to adjust your goals to mirror the brand that you've developed. Either way, do it for what you want. And the last habit I have is something that I don't really think can be taught. I think that there's certain things that, you know, you talk about, you know, in sports, they always say intangibles, things that you can't teach. When they rate, well, they said that the Mets have better pitching than the Cubs, but they lack intangibles because they can't win a game in September. So you have all these different types of things, right? You're either a clutch player or you're a joker. There are all these different types of things, but you have to, you know, when you start looking at your career, you have to figure out ways to demonstrate intangibles. And I'm going to throw, there are many different things, but I know I'm short on time, so I'm going to give you 3 Ps. Perspective. I'll define perspective of understanding of where you are, so where you were, where you are, where you're going, and what it takes to get there. That means being able to assess where you are, not forgetting where you came from, understanding how you get there, and the way that you want to present yourself internally and externally along that journey. It's about how you treat others. It's about how you value yourselves, how you value others, how you lend yourself to the community, how you take advice from the community. All different types of things, making sure that you know that you'll meet the same people on the way up as you will on the way down. Giving people the same courtesy and respect that you think that you deserve. Patience. People screw up because they're impatient. The grass is always greener. I have a friend, he's 40 years old. He's followed every darn get-rich-quick scheme in the world. He was a day trader. He was a mortgage broker. He was, I mean, he's had every job in the world. He worked at a .com. He's done everything like that, but you know what? He's 40 years old, and he has no career because everything was a shortcut. The truth of the matter, to get to that top of the mountain, it's a long journey. People always say that in acting or singing, my wife's a playwright, so I always think about, when somebody, goes on Broadway, oh, they're an overnight success. It's just one really, really long night. So you just have patience and passion. You can't fake it. You can't hide it. All leaders possess it in some way, shape, or form, and you know when it's not there. So I'm going to leave you guys with a couple things because I know I'm late. So security is a popular career choice. It's going to become more popular. More people are going to be qualified. Most horrible thing for us on a big time like Chief Information Security Officer search is when you have 3 qualified candidates and you have to tell 2 qualified ones that they haven't been chosen. It's not because they're not good enough, it's just that the other one is better. So differentiation is key. You have to think creatively, you have to invest in yourself, and you always have to, we all do a great job of working in our career. You have to do a great job of working on your career. And you also need luck. And I'll leave you with a baseball quote that luck is the result of good design. And, you know, people make their own luck. There's really no secret to that. Well, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate your time.